Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch Advanced. The 1980 season is on the air. Today's date is August 18th, 1980. We got a big game here at Memorial Stadium between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees are in first place in the American League East. They are 73-43. The Orioles are in second place in the American League East at 68-47. And right now they would be, 13 minus 8 is 5. They played one more game. They are 4.5 back of the Yankees for first in the division. So this is a big game for the Orioles to try to get closer to the Yankees. Yankees, of course, the way they're playing, they're also just waiting for the playoffs to start. But they would like to win this division and at least have the number 2 seed in the American League, figuring probably no one's going to catch the Royals, but still a lot of baseball left to play. So we got a good one tonight. The lovely Barbara, Philip Reynolds, and Doug Hunt are first to join us here at Memorial Stadium. The Orioles historically won this game 6-5. The Orioles had 9 hits and no errors. The Yankees had 8 hits and an error. But we got a good pitching matchup tonight. Definitely worth the price of admission and definitely worth the rolling of the dice. We got a good one here. So buckle up and get ready. Anytime the Yankees are on the board, you never know what might happen. And so far, when it comes to the Yankees, inside pitch, even inside pitch advance just does not disappoint. So let's get things going. Let's go to the let's go. That's not the record, Philip. That's the score of the game right there. The records are ahead. The records are in front of the team names. That's the score of the game. The Yankees were 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and the Orioles 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. That's what you get. So everybody is set to go. Let's play some baseball. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, Hall of Famer and one of the greatest of all time, gentleman Jim Palmer. Our first look at him this year. 16 wins, 10 losses, a 3.98 ERA. Not one of his better ERA years. But Palmer, this is our first look at him for this 1980 season. So we are at Memorial Stadium. This is a neutral park. No adjustments to anything here. The only way to have a rob a home run is one hit to center field. Pretty neutral here, really, at Memorial Stadium for the batters. So everyone is set and ready to go. One here, the big one between the Yankees and the Orioles. And let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Yankees, second baseman, Willie Randolph. Definitely Hall the very good. 294 average, 7 homers, 46 RBIs, and 80. We're going to use orange, white, and black dice. Orioles are the home team. Great crowd here at Memorial Stadium. They know the O's need to win this game and get a little closer to the Yankees. Huge matchup in the American League East. What will tonight's dice present? Well, let's find out. Palmer, 5-7, pickoff, nobody on base, so we go to the park. Memorial Stadium, 8-8, and that's a possible home run to center field against a righty. Randolph needs a 2. With bases empty, you add 2, so it's a 4. The 9 is too high. That's going to be a high fly ball to center, and that's going to be tracked down by Al Bunbury, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Randolph did give it a ride. It doesn't have as much against righties than it does against lefties, and that'll be the first out. Next batter will be the designated hitter, Bobby Mercer. 269 average, 13 homers, 57 RBIs that year. Palmer, 6'4", at the park again. Memorial Stadium, 7-6, and this time it'll be a grounder to second base. And Rich Dower will get that and toss it over for out number 2. That'll bring up the left fielder. Maybe the best throw in baseball history. Oscar Gamble, 278 average, 14 homers, 50 RBIs that year, and not a bad player either. The pitch from Cakes. Palmer, 7-3, range play 13, that's a 12, yes. Gamble, 7-8, and that's a base hit to right field, but it's a range play for Ken Singleton. Not really good. His range is a 1, that's a 7, it will drop for a hit. So Gamble keeps the inning going. First hit of the game. And that will bring up the right fielder, Hall of Famer, Reggie Jackson. One of the best home run hitters of all time, of course. Gamble on at first, and he will stay there. Palmer will deal. Palmer, 8-6, and that's a pitcher result. That's a 6, and against the lefty, well, there's not much you can do about that because against the lefty, that is a 6, and that is a possible home run. But you got Reggie Jackson on the mound, so there's no such thing as a possible home run. It is a home run. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, Reggie Jackson. Stadium groans. Two-run bomb by Reggie Jackson puts the Yankees right on the board, 2-0. An 8-6 is a straight pitcher result. Jackson a lefty, that is a 6. That is a possible home run. And Reggie Jackson, that's nothing you can do with that. As he just sent, that was in Baltimore, and he might have sent that to Washington. 2-0, just like that. And that will bring up the first baseman, Jim Spencer. 236 average, 13 homers, 43 RBIs, and 80. Yep, get your Reggie bars. Palmer, 6-7. Error on a booted ball. Spencer, 5-5. Nope, that's popped up to first. And Eddie Murray will get that. And he will make the play and retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits, a 2-run bomb by Reggie Jackson. Is it always good? Is it always good when we have a Hall of Famer hit a big-time bomb, especially one of the greatest of all time, and he was. Starting pitcher for the New York Yankees tonight, Louisiana Lightning, Ron Guidry. 17 wins, 10 losses, a save, a 3.56 ERA. Some people think Guidry belongs in the Hall of Fame. You can make an argument. Leading off for the Orioles, center fielder Al Bunbury. Heck of a player. 318 average, 9 homers, 53 RBIs. Bunbury was a very solid ball player. Guidry, 2-1, strikeout 12. That will be too high. Bunbury, 4-4, base hit to right field. Bunbury will lead off with a single. And he'll trot to first. No-hitter on the Orioles this time. That'll bring up the second baseman, Rich Dower. Another solid player. 284 average, 2 homers, 63 RBIs that year. Infield set for double play. Bunbury is not going anywhere. Dower gets the hit and run. Let's see. He has no home run power against lefties. That's not a bad idea. Hit and run is on. Guidry, 6-1. Range play 12. That's a 13. No. Dower, 8-2, and it's a base hit. It's a base hit past third. That's going to be a single past third, and Bunbury with the speed, he'll make a third base easily as the hit and run works to perfection. So a good hit and run by Rich Dower puts runners at first and third with no one out. You just don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. Here's the right fielder, Ken Singleton. Heck of a player as well. 304 average, 24 homers, 104 RBIs. Ernest Cruz joins us here at Memorial Stadium. They're going to play infield at corners in. So hit the second to short, double play chance. Hit the first or third, the play will be at the plate. Strategy roll. Dower, he will stay put. Guidry, 2-7 against the switch right. Walk, and that will be ball 4. So Palmer gives up a 2-run bomb to Jackson in the top of the first, and now the Orioles have bases loaded and no one out in the bottom of the first. First walk given up by Guidry. He had 79 of them in 80. As Clee baseball fan joins us here at Memorial Stadium. So you got the bases loaded, and you got this guy coming up. Next batter is the first baseman, one of the greatest of all time, Eddie Murray. 300 average, 32 homers, 116 RBIs. This is the guy you want up here with this position. Infield's going to stay at corners in. They're going to try it again. Turn the two if it's hit the second or short. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Guidry will deal. Guidry, 4-1. Error, foul, grounder at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-7. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to first, and that ball is at the Spencer. His error rating is a 9. That's an 8. That's going to be an error. Everyone's going to be a safe, and a run will score. Stadium cheers. Yay! That's going to be an error on Jim Spencer. And all runners will advance one base on that. And Bunbury will score. It's 2-1. That is an E3 first error on the Yankees in the game. They did have an error historically. So now 2-1, and the bases are still loaded for the designated hitter, Benny Ayala. 265 average, 10 homers, 33 RBIs that year. Keeping it still at corners in. Most of the comments didn't post. I heard there was a problem with comments in the chat today. In some of the places I went to, some people were having issues with people posting messages. I'm reading all you guys, so right now I think you're okay. Bases loaded still, no one out. Bottom of the first, 2-1 now. Ayala does have home run power against lefties. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. Guidry will deal. Guidry, 7-5. Strikeout, got him. That's a big K. First strikeout for Guidry. He had 166 of them that year. Went away. And now the third baseman, Doug DeCinces, 249 average, 16 homers, 64 RBIs. Very respectable player. They're going to call this time. They're going to call keep it at corners in. So strategy roll, and nothing on the 19. Guidry will deal. Guidry, 3-7. Strikeout, got DeCinces. Another strikeout by Guidry, and that's the second out. Guidry may get himself out of this inning, only giving up the 1 run. Here's the left fielder, Gary Renicky, 239 average, 10 homers, 28 RBIs that year. Kurt Minton and David Vega joining us here at Memorial Stadium. Strategy roll, nothing on the 14. Guidry, 4-1, error, foul, grounder at the park. Memorial Stadium, 7-8, and it's going to be a double into center field. That's going to be a double to center field. Dower will come in to score. Singleton will come in to score. Double to center. Does Murray come in? A 4-3, and he will advance with 2 out. Murray will come in to score. Renicky on at second. 3-run double for Renicky. 4-2 Orioles. Stadium cheers. Yay! Three RBI double for Gary Renicky. And he'll hold at second base. No error out there on an EFG. And now 4-2. XSG2 joins us here at Memorial Stadium. As Eddie says, shocked. Next batter will be the catcher, Rick Dempsey. Decent hitter, pretty darn good catcher. 262 average, 9 homers, 40 RBIs. So the Yankees took a 2-0 lead in the top of the first, and the Orioles take 4 in the bottom of the first. Strategy roll, nothing on the 6th. Renicky stays put. Guidry, 1-1, strikeout. That's too high. Dempsey, 5-8. That's a fly to left field, and that'll be Oscar Gamble to get that. He'll make the catch, retire the side. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and a walk. And the Orioles have a 4-2 lead after 1. Might be one of those games. IPA turns Guidry into a bum almost every single time. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Yankees will be the third baseman, Eric Soderholm. 287 average, 11 homers, 35 RBIs that year in 80. Palmer, 1-1, walk, 14 is high. Soderholm, 2-6, and that's a base hit. Soderholm hits one into center field, and the Yankees get the leadoff man on. Next up is the catcher, Rick Cerone. Serviceable catcher, did a great job after Munson's passing. 277 average, 14 homers, 85 RBIs. There is nothing wrong with those stats. Infield, a double play depth. Strategy roll for Soderholm. He stays put. Palmer, 4-7. It's a blank. Cerone, 4-1. Ground ball to short. That's an 8. Hit to short +1 is a 9. Palmer +2 is an 11. That's just going to miss a double play. That'll be a fielder's choice. Cerone will take first. Soderholm is out. 1 away. Fielder's choice on Cerone. And now the center fielder, Rupert Jones. 223 average, 9 homers, 42 RBIs in 80. Infield still a double play depth. Cutter Historical joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Supporting Bernard Strom. Hey, absolutely you support Bernard Strom. He is awesome. Strategy roll, that's a 5. Cerone stays where he is. Palmer, 1-3. That's a blank. Jones, 4-4. Fly to left. And Gary Renicky will get to that. And that'll be out number 2. That'll bring up the shortstop, every Red Sox fan's favorite player, Bucky Bleeping Dent. 262 average, 5 homers, 52 RBIs. Every Red Sox fan, of course, has a picture of Bucky Dent in their room. Mr. GG joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Strategy roll, Cerone will stay where he is. Cakes, 3-1. Range play, 12. Yes. Dent, 1-6. And there are no runners. Now, even though it matters, no runners in scoring position, which there isn't, but it's a range play. So this will not matter. So we go straight to it's a ground ball to short, because even if it's a hit, it will be turned into an out. If it's an out, it becomes a hit anyway. Ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Mark Belanger. His range is a 5, and he will get it. Nice play by Belanger. He'll throw to second against Cerone, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit, and we go to the bottom of the second. If a range play comes up and then you get the N or the R, it doesn't matter. You just do the range play. Because if it's a hit, he has a chance to turn into an out. And if it's an out, it's still a chance to be turned into a hit. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Orioles will be the shortstop, Mark Belanger. 228 average, no homers, 22 RBIs that year. Bucky Dent Park dartboard. Guidry will deal. 5-7, strikeout, and no, that just missed. Belanger, 5-4, and it's a grounder to short. That'll be handled by Dent. And Dent will toss it over for the out. That'll bring up Bumbry. Bumbry got a single his first time up. Guidry will deal. Guidry, 8-1, strikeout. That will be too high. Bumbry, 8-2, and it's a grounder to first. And Spencer will take that one to the bag himself, 2 down. And now Dower. Dower singled his first time up. Louisiana Lightning, 3-3 against the righty. Strikeout, 12 is high. Dower, 2-5. It's fly to left field. And the guy with the fro, Gamble, will make the catch. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Ron Guidry. A much better inning for Gator. 4-2 Orioles after 2. We go to the third. Top of the order for the Yanks. Here's Willie Randolph. Jim Palmer also had a nickname called Cakes. Does anybody know why Jim Palmer, his nickname was Cakes? C-A-K-E-S, Cakes. It was also known as Cakes. Who can say why? Randolph will bat. Palmer, 2-6. Strikeout, 14 is too high. Randolph, 4-4. Base hit. And Randolph will hit one past short. And he is the first batter on. Next up is Mercer. Mercer is 0 for 1. He ate pancakes for every start. That is correct, XST2. Randolph on at first. Infield set for double play. And that is a 14. Randolph not doing anything. Palmer, 1-2. It's a blank. Mercer, 4-1. Against the righty. It's fly to center. And that will be handled by Bunbury. And that will be the first out. Next up is Gamble. Gamble got a single his first time up. Strategy roll for Randolph. That is a 4. He's staying put. Palmer, 1-5, blank. Gamble, 8-2. And there are no runners in scoring positions. That's just going to take the result, and that's going to be a fly out to center. That'll be another easy catch for Bunbury, and that will be out number 2. And now, Reggie. Jackson hit a bomb his first time up, a 2-run bomb. You make a mistake to Reggie Jackson, all he's going to do is put the ball in the seats. Strategy roll for Randolph. He'll stay put. Palmer, 7-1. And as I said, if you make a mistake to Reggie Jackson, he's going to put the ball into the seats. Well, a 7-1 has an HR right here. And that's a 4. It really doesn't quite matter. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Reggie Jackson is second bomb of the game. Stadium groans. Another 2-run bomb. We're tied at 4. Reggie Jackson doing it all on his own. Has all 4 RBIs. Palmer says, geez, I got to get the ball down. The next batter is Spencer. Spencer is 0 for 1. 2 men out. Top of the third, but now tied at 4. Palmer, 5-4. It's a blank. Spencer, 1-4. Double into right field. The inning continues. Spencer hits that one into right. That'll be rolled in by Singleton. And now here's Soderholm. Soderholm got a single his first time up. Spencer on second. Strategy roll, nothing happening there. Palmer, 5-3. Range play 13. That's an 8. It is. Soderholm, 7-4. And that's going to be a base hit past short, but it's a range play for Belanger. He made the first one. His range is a 5, but he's not getting that one. That'll be a base hit past short. Will that score Spencer? With 2 outs, it will. Yes, the Yankees take the lead. Stadium groans. Soderholm gets an RBI single. And it's now 5-4. So 5-4. The batter now is Cerrone. And Cerrone is 0 for 1. 2 outs, 5-4 here. Yankees now lead. Strategy roll, nothing on the 11. Palmer will deal. 3-3, strikeout 9. That just missed. Cerrone, 2-4. That's a grounder to second. That'll be handled by Dower. Dower is going to throw to the shortstop, covering second to get Sauter home. And that will do it. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Yankees. 5-4. We go to the bottom of the third. Reggie Jackson doing it all. Guidry back on the mound. Leading off for the Orioles will be Ken Singleton. He got a walk his first time up. 5-4 Yankees could be in for another exciting game with the Yankees on the board. Guidry, 4-3 against the switch right. Walk. 20 is just missed. Singleton, 3-6, and it's popped up to short. And that'll be Bucky Dent coming down with it, 1 down. Here's Eat, Drink, and Be Murray. Murray reached on an error his first time up. Pitch from Guidry. 1-5, strikeout 7, swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the third K for Gator. And 2 down. And now Ayala. Ayala's 0 for 1. Louisiana Lightning. 4-5, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, struck him out, and Guidry has a good inning. That's his 4th K, and Guidry has definitely settled down since the first. 1, 2, 3, go the O's, 5-4 in favor of the Yanks. We go to the 4th. Yankees still leading 5-4. Rupert Jones leads off. And he is 0 for 1. Palmer, he will stay out there. Palmer can pitch to 29, although I don't know if he's going to make it. Guidry can pitch to 30. Palmer will deal. Palmer, 3-2. It's a blank. Jones, 1-5. And there are no runners in scoring position. That would be a ground ball to short. Palmer, he needs a 1-8 to keep it that way. That's an 18. It won't be. That's going to be a base hit past short. Jones will make it to first. So Jones gets there to first as Palmer couldn't get that done. Joel Turney joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Here's Dent. Dent is 0 for 1. Top of the 4th, 5-4 Yankees already in a back-and-forth kind of game. Jones, he is staying put. Palmer, 8-1, hit by pitch, 12. No, that's going to be too high. Dent, 4-1, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. There are no runners in scoring position. Will Jones take third, 6-4, and holds 4-7. And that was hit to left field, and Renicky has a 1 arm, and Jones is going to go to third. So Jones makes third as Renicky has not a good arm there, and the Yankees again threatening. Next batter is Randolph. Randolph 1 for 2 with a single. Infield, let's see, 5-4. They're going to play in. They don't want any more runs to score. The Orioles, both these teams need this game. The Yankees are trying to hold on to the lead in the American League East. The Orioles are trying to catch them. Strategy roll. That is an 8. Nothing happening. Palmer, 8-8 against a righty. It's a blank. Randolph, 2-6, and that's a walk. Straight up walk, and the bases are loaded again. So nothing happening here for Palmer, and that is his first walk. Palmer had 74 of them. And now here's Mercer. Mercer does have home run power. Mercer's 0 for 2. They're going to keep the infield in with the bases loaded. Jones on at third, Dent on at second, Randolph on at first. Strategy, nothing happening on the 15. Palmer, 7-4, that's a blank. Mercer, 4-7. And that's going to be, the infield is in. That's not a hit and run. So that's going to be a ground ball to short. That's a 12. Grounder to short, Jones. His base running rating is a 5. So we will add 1, I believe. We'll add 1, make that a 13. And with the bases loaded on a 13 to short, the runner on third is out and the batter is safe. So they throw home to get Jones, and the wheel will move 1 space. So 1 out now. So they will just get the out to play at the plate on a grounder to short, and that'll be a fielder's choice. Now the batter is Gamble. Gamble is 1 for 2 with a single. And Gamble, they're going to keep the infield in. Try to keep it where it is. So bases loaded again. Strategy roll, nothing on the 17. Palmer will deal. Palmer, 7-7. It's a blank. Gamble, 3-8. And Gamble is going to clear the bases against a righty. That is a bona fide triple to right. Dent will score. Randolph will score. Mercer will score. Gamble, a clean triple to right field. And it is 8-4 Yankees. Stadium groans. Gamble gets an RBI triple, 3 RBI triple, 8-4 Yankees, and that's it for Palmer. So Palmer is coming out of the game, and we'll see a new pitcher for the O's. And, of course, the batter is Reggie Jackson, and he's already 2 for 2 with 2 bombs. So they'll bring on a new pitcher. Really doesn't matter who I put on there. Left, right, left, right. Really doesn't matter. So I got to bring in a pitcher actually with mid innings or early innings. I would say middle innings. So they will go with, let's see, the most middle innings. It would be, let's see, M11, 13. We got Timber Martinez would not be used in this situation, I really don't think. So they're going to go with Sammy Stewart. Coming on to pitch for the Orioles will be Sammy Stewart. 7 wins, 7 losses, 3 saves, a 3.56 ERA. He can pitch to 15 batters. That's not too bad. So Sammy Stewart will take over for Palmer, who will leave with the L. But he'll be pitching to Reggie Jackson. Jackson, 2 for 2, 2 bombs, 4 RBIs. Infield is going to still play in. It's 8-4. Orioles know they're still got plenty of time. And strategy rolls are still on. And that's a 10, nothing happening. Stewart will pitch. Stewart, 8-1, wild pitch. Yes, and Gamble will score. It's 9-4. Stadium groans. A wild pitch by Sammy Stewart allows Gamble to come in and score. And right now, the Orioles, it's just not their night. At least for now, it's not. Stewart will go ahead and pitch. Now the infield is back. Stewart, 3-3. Walk, 9, ball 4. And would they walk Reggie? No, but they're going to walk him anyway. That's ball 4. Reggie will trot to first. Stewart had 52 walks in 80. Now the batter is Spencer. Spencer is 0 for 2. Infield back to double play. Yankees now lead 9-4 here. Strategy roll, nothing on the 7. Stewart will deal. Stewart, 3-4. It's a blank. Spencer, 6-2. Grounder to second base. That's a 3. Hit to second +1 is a 4. But a 4 - 3 is a 1. That's not going to be a double play. Jackson's higher than the 1. Jackson's going to make it to second base. The only play that Dower has is going to first, out number 2. Very slow rolling grounder. Allows Jackson to get to second. And the batter now is Soderholm. Stewart not really good with double plays. So Jackson gets to second base. And now here's Soderholm. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Stewart, strategy roll still. That's a 2. And Jackson is staying where he is. Stewart, 7-6. That's a pitcher result. That's a 12. And against a righty, that's just going to miss a possible home run. Soderholm, 7-7. And against a righty, he'll ground one to third. That'll be taken care of by DeCinces. He's going to throw to first against Soderholm. And that retires the side. 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 walk, and 2 walks, and a wild pitch. Yankees lead 9-4. As we go to the bottom of the 4th. So now Ron Guidry has a 5-run lead to work with. XSG2. You think this lead will work? You think they'll still hold the lead? Doug DeCinces leads off for Beemore. He's 0 for 1. Guidry will deal. Guidry, 5-5, strikeout, 11, got him. And Guidry gets his 5th K and his 3rd consecutive strikeout, 1 down. Next batter is Renicky. Renicky got a 3 RBI double his first time up. Guidry will pitch. Guidry, 3-5. That's a possible home run against the lefty. Renicky needs an 8. +2 from Guidry, a 10. The 15 is too high. Renicky, 4-6. And against the lefty, he will still get a base hit. It'll be a hit past third. Renicky doesn't get a home run, but he will get a single. And it will now bring up Dempsey. Dempsey is 0 for 1. Get Renicky on it first. Infield set for double play. And that's a 17, nothing happening. Guidry, 7-5, strikeout, 18 will miss. Dempsey, 2-4, and against the lefty, it's a base hit past third. Renicky doesn't have the speed to hold at second. So now Guidry giving up a few hits here. And it will bring up Belanger. Belanger is 0 for 1. Runners at first and second here. Bottom of the 4th. Yankees lead 9-4. Strategy roll. That is a 1. Nothing happening there. Guidry will pitch. Guidry, 8-4 against a righty. Walk. Ball 4. He walked him and the bases are loaded. Ron Guidry walks Belanger. And the bases are loaded with 1 out. Second walk by Guidry. And now the batter is Bumbry. Bumbry is 1 for 2 with a single. The infield's going to play double play depth. Although Bumbry does not get into many double plays. They're going to go corners in instead. And try to maybe get a double play chance or try to get the out. Renicky on at third, Dempsey on at second, and Belanger on at first. Corners are in. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 14. Guidry will deal. Guidry, 6-7. Range play 11. That's a 15. No. Bumbry, 4-1. It's a grounder to second base. Now the corners are in. So a grounder to second, they're going to try for 2. So it's a grounder to second base. That's a 3. Hit to second, +1 is a 4. Guidry, +1 is a 5. But there will not be a double play. And which means a grounder to Belanger's base running rating is a 5. So the only play he has is the first. So Renicky will score. Dempsey to third, Belanger to second. Bumbry is out, and it's now 9-5, 2 down. So they do get at least a run. And now a 9-5 ball game. And now here's Dower. Dower is 1 for 2 with a single. 9-5 now. Dempsey on at third, Belanger on at second. 2 outs. Dolly Parton 9-5. Strategy roll, nothing on the 12. Guidry will deal. Guidry 4-7. Strikeout, no. Dower 3-2, and Dower gets the Orioles closer. It's a double to left. Dempsey will score. Belanger will score. Dower winds up at second. It's 9-7. Stadium cheers. Yay! Two RBI double to left. And now here's Singleton. Singleton is 0 for 1 with a walk. XSG2 says pull him now, and yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. So no pitcher here. Ron Guidry and Jim Palmer both stink in this game, and the Yankees are going to the bullpen. And the 4th inning, so they got to choose a guy with the most middle innings. And that is going to be, they don't have many in the bullpen. That's going to be Ron Davis. Rudy May, that's going to be Ron Davis. I'm going to go with Davis, I think, not Rudy May. Ron Davis actually has more middle relief, more middle appearances than May does. Coming on to pitch for the Yankees will be Ron Davis. 9 wins, 3 losses, 7 saves, a 2.95 ERA. Guidry does leave with the W, at least for now. Dower on at second. 9-7 now. Still 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. Davis will pitch to Singleton. Davis, 2-6. Wild pitch. Yes, Dower goes to third. Davis uncorks a wild pitch. And they'll re-roll the strategy roll. That's a 2. Dower stays at third base. Davis uncorks a wild one. Davis will try again. Davis 4-8 against the switch left. It's a blank. Singleton 4-4. Base hit right field. It's 9-8. Dower comes in to score, and the Orioles get all 4 runs back. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Singleton, and now here's Murray. It's going to be one of those games where pitching is just taking the night off. Singleton on at first, now a 9-8 ball game. Strategy roll, nothing on the 12. Davis will deal. Davis, 6-1 against the switch left. That's a blank. Murray, 3-2. That's fly to right. And that'll be handled by Reggie. Reggie will get that, make the catch, retire the side. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 wild pitch, and a walk. 9-8 after 4. What did I say? Did I think Ron Guidry can hold the lead? Well, I guess the answer to that question is no. Top of the 5th, in a crazy game here. Is this already a Game of the Year candidate? Although I really don't think anything will. I'm pretty sure this could have one heck of a Game of the Year candidate, but does any game I play for the rest of the season really going to eclipse the no-hitter? Top of the 5th, Rick Cerrone leads off for the Yanks. He is 0 for 2. Stewart will pitch. 9-8, and we're in the 5th. Stewart, 1-2. Pitcher result, 20 is high. Cerrone, 1-5. It's fly to left field. That'll be handled by Renicky. And that's out number 1. Next batter is Jones. Jones is 1 for 2 with a single. Stewart deals. Stewart, 4-3, strikeout, 13 is high. Jones, 3-3, and that's a double into center field. Man, everyone's hitting the ball today. Jones gets a double. He'll head to second. It will now bring up Dent. Dent is 1 for 2. You get a hit. You get a hit. Everybody gets a hit. Jones on at second. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Jones will go ahead and Stewart will deal. Stewart, 7-6. That's a pitcher result. The 19 is too high. Dent, 7-7. Pumped up to second. Dower says he'll get it. And he will, and that's a second out. And now Randolph. Randolph is 1 for 2. Singled and walk. Stewart, strategy roll, and Stewart will stay where it is. Jones at second base. Stewart will pitch. 2-8. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium. 3-2. And that is a possible home run to left field. Against the righty, Stewart has a 2. With men on base, Stewart adds 4, but you can only go higher than double the amount here. So even though it says +4, Randolph can only go to a 4. The 11 is too high anyway. And that was off the ballpark. So that's going to be a high fly ball to left field instead. And that's going to be Renicky to get that near the wall. And that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Yankees. And we will go to the bottom of the 5th. Finally, a regular inning. Benny Ayala leads off the Orioles. He's 0 for 2 in the bottom of the 5th. 9-8. Davis, 6-8 against the righty. It's an automatic out, and it'll be a fly to right field. And Reggie will track that down, 1 away. Here's DeCinces. DeCinces is 0 for 2. Davis will deal. Davis, 7-5. Error, foul, or grounder at the park. Memorial Stadium, 3-1. And let's see, that is a foul ball. That is a foul ball to first base. First baseman for the Yankees is Spencer. His error rating is a 9. That's a 16. He will make the catch in foul territory. And that is a foul out to first, 2 down. So he makes the play. And now here's Renicky. Renicky is 2 for 2, a single and a double. Davis will deal. Davis, 6-8 against a righty. It's an automatic out. It's a ground ball to short. And Bucky Dent will grab that, toss it over. And that will end the inning. Finally, a couple of easy innings. 9-8 led by the Yankees after 5. Another crazy game. We go to the top of the 6th. Every time I have the Yankees on the board, you have no idea how the game's going to go. Bobby Mercer leads off for the evil Galactic Empire. He's 0 for 2. He's 0 for 3. Stewart will deal. Stewart, 1-3. Strikeout. No. Mercer, 2-2. Fly ball to center. Bunbury says he'll take it. And that's out number 1. Next is Gamble. Gamble is 2 for 3, a triple and a single. Stewart will deal. Stewart, 3-7, walk, 13, ball 4, just barely. And Stewart didn't like the call, and he's asking for the automatic balls and strikes. Oh, that's right. They don't have that then. Gamble goes to first on a walk. Stewart had 52 walks in 80. The last time that Reggie Jackson has batted with a runner on first, he sent the ball to Mars. Jackson 2 for 2 with 2 bombs. Infield is a double play depth. Gamble is on first. Strategy roll. That is a 2. Gamble staying put. Stewart will pitch. Stewart, 4-5 against a lefty. That will be an automatic out. It's a fly to right. Singleton will grab it. And he'll make the put out for the 2 away. Next batter, Spencer. Spencer is 0 for 3. Spencer Cerrone and Mercer are the only players that haven't joined the Yankee hit parade. Strategy roll for Gamble, and he will stay where he is. Stewart, 5-5 against the lefty. Walk, 15 will just miss. Spencer, 2-7. It's a fly to right field. Singleton will get to it, put it away, and retire to side. First time the Yankees are put away without getting a hit in the inning. Nothing across except the walk. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Rick Dempsey leads off for Beemore. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Davis will stay on the mound. Davis will deal. 8-4, strikeout 11, cold strike 3 on Dempsey. Should have swung at that one. That was right over the plate. And Dempsey will have to head back to the dugout. Davis had 65 strikeouts in 80. And here's Belanger. Belanger's 0 for 1 with a walk. David deals. Davis, 5-7, error on a throw. Belanger, 3-5. Nope, it's going to be a fly out to center field. And Rupert Jones will grab that, and that's out number 2. Now it's out 2. 2 down for Bunbury. Bunbury 1 for 3 with a single. Davis will deal. Davis, 8-7, error on a booted ball. Bunbury, 6-5, and it's a hard line drive right to second, but Randolph will glove it, and that'll retire the side. And 1, 2, 3, go the Orioles. So Sammy Stewart and Ron Davis have not done too badly since coming in for Guidry and for Palmer. Still 9-8 though after 6. As it looks like the game has settled down a little bit. We go to the 7th. And Eric Soderholm leads off. He'll bat. He's 2 for 3. Stewart has 4 more batters he can face before he tires. They'll leave him out there. Stewart, 3-2, strikeout 13. That'll just miss. Soderholm, 7-6. It's a fly to left. Easy play for Renicky. And that is the first out. Here's Cerrone. And Cerrone is 0 for 3. Stewart will deal. Stewart, 7-2. It's a blank. Cerrone, 1-4. And against the righty, it's a fly out to left field. Renicky will get to that one as well. He'll travel towards the line to get it, but he will have room. 2 down. Here's Jones. Jones is 2 for 3, a single and a double. Stewart, he will pitch. Stewart, 6-3, hit by pitch. 20 is too high. Jones, 4-7. It's another fly ball to left field. And once again, Renicky's got to make the play, and he will. Gary Renicky makes all 3 putouts, and the rest of the outfielders say, hey, can we have a turn? 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night. It will be August 21st. We're going north of the border once again to Stade Olympique. So I know Cutter Historical won't miss an Expos game. It's a pretty important one tomorrow night. The Los Angeles Dodgers will take on the Montreal Expos. Don Sutton will be pitching for the Dodgers, and Scott Sanderson will be pitching for the Expos. The Dodgers are trying to stay relevant in the National League West. They are right now in fourth place in that division. The Expos chasing the Phillies in the National League East. I don't think they're going to catch them, but the Expos got to stay above 500 to make the postseason. So a good matchup tomorrow night. The Dodgers and the Expos. Sutton against Sanderson tomorrow night on the network. Bottom of the seventh here, Yankees lead 9-8 in a crazy ball game. Rich Dower leads off for the Orioles. He is 2 for 3, a single and a double. Davis can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. He will stay out there. Davis will deal. Davis, 7-3, strikeout 9, too high. Dower, 3-3, it's a base hit to left field. Dower leads off with a single. That's his third hit tonight. And now here's Singleton. Singleton is 1 for 2. Singleton walked. And Dower on at first. Davis will be tired after Singleton. They're going to let him pitch. Strategy roll, that's an 11. Nothing happening. Davis will pitch. Davis, 6-4. Range play 13. That's a 14. No. Singleton, 2-5. Ground ball to short. That's a 2. Plus 1 to 3. Minus 1 is a 2. That's going to be the only play they'll have is the first. Dower will reach second. They'll get Singleton at first, and that's an out. Well, now 1 out, and the batter is Murray. Davis is now tired, and that will be it for Davis. He did a great job. So the Yankees will bring on a new pitcher. And let's see, you got a switch and a righty coming up. And I think, let's see, lefty might be who you bring up in this case. And let's see, we are in the mid-innings, so it's going to be May. Now we'll bring him in. Coming in to pitch for the Yankees will be Rudy May. 15 wins, 5 losses, 3 saves, a 2.46 ERA. Rudy May will come on to pitch. And he is the third Yankee pitcher, and he can pitch to 11. But Eddie Murray leads off against Rudy May. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, 9-8 Yankees. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 13. Dower stays put. May, 7-4. Error, foul, grounder at the park. Memorial Stadium, 2-7. And that is a ground ball. It's a ground ball. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Spencer. His error rating is a 9. That's a 5. He's going to bobble it, and everyone is safe. Ground ball to first. Spencer couldn't make the play. He boots it, and that is another E3 on Spencer. Second error on the Yankees in the ball game. And now runners at the corners. And here's Ayala. Ayala's 0 for 3. Infield's going to play in. 9-8, bottom of the 7th. Rudy May, looking over at Spencer, said, now we know why you stink there. Strategy roll, nothing on the 7. May will go ahead and pitch. May, 8-8, error on a grounder. Ayala, 2-8. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to the plate to the catcher. Rick Cerrone's error rating is an 11. That's a 13. He will not make an error. He will not make an error. The infield is in, so I am going to go ahead and roll to see what happens here. So it was in at the plate, and that is a 7. Dower's a 4, and hit to the catcher, and the runner on third will hold. The batter is out. So Murray goes to second. They throw to first to get Ayala. 2 down. No error by Cerrone. So he manages to grab it, and Murray goes to second. They get the out at first. The run does hold on the 7. And now 2 away. A grounder at the plate. And now here's DeCinces. DeCinces is 0 for 3. Runners at second and third. May trying to get out of this jam. Yankees lead 9-8. Strategy roll again. Nothing on the 19. May deals. May 2-4. Strikeout. Just missed. DeCinces 4-6. And it's a ground ball to third. Easily handled by Soderholm. He's going to throw to first to get DeCinces. And the Orioles get nothing. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. But the Orioles cannot bring in the tying run. 9-8 after 7. We go to the top of the 8. Bucky Dent, the batter for the Yankees. He's 1 for 3. Stewart will be tired after Dent. They're going to let him pitch. Stewart will deal. Stewart, 4-1. Strikeout, no. Dent, a 3-4. Base hit past second. And Dent will get on base. Second hit of the game for Dent. And now here's Randolph, and that will be it for Stewart. He is now tired. So Stewart did a heck of a job since coming in, and now they'll need a new pitcher. And they got a righty and 2 lefties coming up. And they're going to go with Tippy Martinez. 4 wins, 4 losses, 10 saves, a 3.01 ERA. Tippy Martinez will come on to pitch, and he can pitch to 7. So Bucky Dent on at first. Randolph will bat against Tippy Martinez. Infield set for double play. Strategy roll, and Dent is staying where he is. Martinez, 1-1, wild pitch. Yes, it is, and Dent will go to second. Wow, all of these pitchers having problems with control. A wild pitch by Tippy, and Dent goes to second. That takes away the double play. Re-roll the strat again. That's an 8. Nothing happening. Dent will stay at second base. Martinez, 8-2. Strikeout, no. Randolph, 7-5. And against the lefty, it's a base hit past second. Single past second. Dent will come around. He will score. It's 10-8 Yankees. Stadium groans. The Yankees now lead 10-8 in this ball game as an RBI single by Randolph. That's Randolph's second hit of the game. And now here's Mercer. Mercer is 0 for 4. Infield still at back to double play depth. Still no one out here on the top of the 8th. Randolph on at second. Strategy roll. That's a 2. He gets the jump. 17 minus 2 is 15. Dempsey minus 1 is 14. I'm going to send him. 1 to 14, he is safe. And that's a 1. That's a possible error on Dempsey. His error rating is a 12. That's a 16. He will not make an error. Great play there. Great play by the shortstop, Belanger, to prevent the ball from going into the outfield, but it is a steal. So Randolph gets a stolen base. Another runner in scoring position. Infield now once again back. Re-roll the strat. Nothing happening on 13. Martinez will deal. Martinez, 4-6. Strikeout, 5. He'll get him. Martinez needed that K. He had 68 strikeouts in 80. And now here's Gamble. Gamble is 2 for 3, a triple and a single. Randolph on at second. He'll stay there. Martinez, 3-1, strikeout. No, that just missed. Gamble, 5-7. It's a fly to left field, and Renicky will track that down. That'll be out number 2. Does Randolph take third? A 3-5, he'll hold. So now Randolph on at second, and here is Reginald Martinez Jackson. He is 2 for 3 with 2 bombs. Martinez has got to be careful with Jackson. Because against lefties, Jackson owns the baseball. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Randolph on at second. Martinez will deal. Martinez, 6-6. Range play 11. That's a 1. Yes. Reggie, 4-3. And it's a base hit to left field, but it's a range play for Renicky. Renicky going after that. His range is a 5. He will make the play on an 8, and that will retire the side. It'll be a fly out to left. No runs and a hit and a stolen base as the home team helps Renicky make the play. And that will do it. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Rudy May will continue to pitch. Now a 10-8 ball game. One run. But it's actually no runs. It's actually it's 1 run on 2 hits in the 8th inning. My bad. And a stolen base. 1 run on 2 hits. And a wild pitch. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Yankees lead 10-8. Renicky will lead off. He is 2 for 3. Yankees lead 10-8 here. May, 5-3. Range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-6. It's a single to right field, but it's a range play for Reggie. His range is a 2, and he makes the play on a 1 out. What a play by Reggie Jackson. Not known for his range in 80, but he gets one there. Here's Dempsey. Dempsey 1 for 3 with a single. May will deal. May, 7-8. Walk, 13. That will miss. Dempsey, a 3-4, and it's a grounder to third base. Soderholm will get that and toss it over for the second out. Here's Belanger. Belanger is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 men down. May will deal. May, 3-6. Walk. That is ball 4. Belanger didn't walk much against lefties, but he will walk there on a 1. So May does give up a walk. He had 37 of them in 80. And it gives up a chance for Bumbry. Bumbry is 1 for 4 with a single. 2 men out, bottom of the 8th. Yankees lead 10-8 here in a crazy game. Strategy roll for Belanger. He will stay put. May will deal. May, 7-8. Walk, 4, and that's ball 4. And now May walks Bumbry. And now here's Dower. Dower having a great night tonight. 2 singles and a double. And May is going to pitch to Dower. 2 men out, bottom of the 8th, but the Orioles have the tying runs aboard. Dower not a threat to hit home runs at all against lefties. Strategy roll, nothing on the 14. May will deal. May, 5-2. That's a pitcher result. And against a righty, that is a 3, and that is going to be an automatic out. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And Reggie will track that down. He'll make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except a couple of walks. Yankees still lead 10-8. We go to the 9th. Leading off for the Yankees will be Jim Spencer. He is 0 for 4. Spencer is going to bat. At least I think he will. Let's see. He's my first baseman. He stinks, actually, at first. Do I have anybody else? I got Watson. And Martinez is a lefty. You know what? He won't bat. Spencer's going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for the Yankees and take over at first base will be Bob Watson. 307 average, 13 homers, 68 RBIs. And he's a better first baseman. So Spencer is out, and Watson is in. He's a 4.9. And he'll take over at first. So Bob Watson will pinch hit against Martinez. Top of the ninth, Martinez, 2-5, strikeout, 19 will be too high. Watson, 4-7, it's a fly to left field. Renicky will track that down. He has been very busy out there in left. 1 out. Next up is Soderholm. Soderholm will bat. He is 2 for 4. Martinez deals. Tippy, 7-8, error on a throw. Soderholm, 3-3. It'll be a fly out to right field, and Singleton will grab that for the second out. And here's Cerrone. Cerrone is 0 for 4. Tippy gets the sign from Dempsey. Tippy will deal. Tippy, 3-3, strikeout, 5, swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. Tippy Martinez does his job. We go to the bottom of the ninth. But will we see some ninth inning magic? May is coming out of the game. There's only one pitcher you can bring into this situation for the Yankees, and that is the Goose is Loose, Rich Gossage. 6 wins, 2 losses, 33 saves, a 2.27 ERA. Gossage coming in to get the save. Believe it, and let's see here. That was never tied, right? Believe it or not, Guidry can still get the win in this game. Can still get the win. Davis and May can both get holds. And Gossage coming in for the save. Leading off for the Orioles will be Ken Singleton. Singleton is 1 for 3, singled and walked. So the Goose is loose. Gossage will pitch here at the bottom of the ninth. Gossage deals. Gossage, 1-5, walk 4, and of course he walked him. Ball 4. So the first thing Gossage does is give up a walk, and the tying run is at the plate. Gossage had 34 walks in 80, and now here's Murray. Murray is 0 for 2, actually 0 for 4, but has reached on an error twice. Infield double play. If Gossage gives him a meatball, it's out of here. Singleton on it first. Strategy rolls are off. Gossage will concentrate on the batter. Gossage, 3-8, strikeout, got him. He gets Murray. Big K. Gossage had 103 strikeouts that year. And now Ayala. Ayala is 0 for 4. Batted 265. Ayala is the DH. Is there anybody else I can bring in? I think the answer to that question is yes. And we're going to see a pinch hitter. Ayala coming out of the game. He was the DH. And coming in to pinch hit for the Orioles is going to be Terry Crowley. 288 average, 12 bombs, 50 RBIs. Massive home run power against righties. So Terry Crowley will pinch hit. At the moment, will take over at DH if this game goes any further. So Terry Crowley coming off the bench, and he'll bat against Gossage. Singleton on it first. Gossage will concentrate on Crowley. The Goose, 3-8, strikeout, 18 is high. Crowley, 7-4, and against the righty, it's a ground ball to second base. That's a 7. Hit the second, +1 is an 8. Gossage plus 3 is an 11, and that's going to be good enough. Ground ball to second, picked up by Randolph. Throws to Dent. Dent pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. The Yankees win. Yankees win. Duh! Yankees win tonight over the Orioles 10-8. Stadium groans. Tough loss for the Orioles tonight. And the Yankees will take a 10-8 win on the Orioles. Nothing across except a walk. The Yankees will go to 74-43. The Orioles drop to 68-48. As the Yankees now increase their lead to 5.5 games in the American League West. Heck of a game tonight and a little crazy. Final line score coming up. For the Yankees, 10 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. For the Orioles, 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher, believe it or not, is Ron Guidry. He holds on to get the win. Jim Palmer will take the loss. Brett Davis and May both get holds, and Goose Gossage will get the save. Player of the game, it's got to be Reggie Jackson with 2 bombs. Don't go away. 10-minute ticker is next. Another crazy game with the Yankees. Every time I play the Yankees, I have no idea how the game's going to go. I would have thought a game between Guidry and Palmer would have been low scoring, would have been a pitcher's duel, but nope. Inside pitch says not tonight. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Yankees get a 10-8 win on the Orioles tonight. Let's see how the rest of the majors does. August 18th, Cleveland at the White Sox in a doubleheader. Indians 442, that's 3. White Sox 656, and that is 6. White Sox win that one. Indians 1163, and that's 8. White Sox 963, that is 7, and they'll split the twin bill. Detroit at the Brewers. Detroit 1546, that is 6. Brewers 1424, and that is 3. The Tigers are beginning to solidify their third place spot. The Brewers, they're beginning to fade. California, Minnesota. Angels 1454, and that's 7. Twins 811, that's 0. Kansas City at Texas. Royals 2224, and that's 4. Rangers 1112, that is 1. A win for the Royals, and the Rangers beginning to struggle a bit. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals 1246, and that is 5. Reds 1161, that is 7, and that game belongs to the Reds. August 19th, Baltimore at the Angels. Orioles 1632, that's 4. Angels 564, that is 7. They'll get the win. Cleveland and the White Sox. Indians 1244, that's 5. White Sox 1956, that is 8. Win for the White Sox. Detroit at Milwaukee. Tigers 966, that's 10. Brewers 1241, and that is 5. Another win for the Cats. Toronto at Minnesota. Blue Jays 545, that is 4. Twins 635, that is 3. That's a big win for Toronto, but the Twins are not done yet. Boston at Oakland. Red Sox 762, that'll be 6. Athletics 1332, and that is 4. Yankees and the Mariners. Yankees 1562, that'll be 8. Mariners 264, that is 6, a win for the Yanks. Kansas City at Texas. Royals 1356, that is 7. Rangers 1055, that's 6, another win for the Royals. Cubs and the Braves. Cubs 431, and that is 2. 34-31, yep, that's 2. Braves 1351, that is 6, a win for the Bravos. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals 1622, that's 3. Reds 1731, and that's 4. That game belongs to the Reds. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates 611, that's 0. Astros 856, and that will be 6. Another win for the Stros. And the Houston Astros are now officially playoff eligible. Dodgers and the Expos already playoff eligible in the middle of August. Dodgers 921, that is 2. Expos 855, that'll be 6, a win for the Spos. Giants and the Mets. Giants 223, that's 2. Mets 935, that's 4. My Mets get a happy recap. Padres and the Phillies. Padres 555, and that's 5. Phillies 954, and that is 6, a win for the Phils. August 20th, Baltimore at California. Orioles 1566-11. Angels 835, and that's 4. Win for the O's. Cleveland and the White Sox. Indians 2246, 7 runs. White Sox 1141, that's 4 runs. Tribe wins. Detroit at Milwaukee. Tigers 1536, and that's 5. Brewers 2854, that'll be 9, and the Brewers will get the win. Toronto at Minnesota. Blue Jays 1134, that's 4 runs. Twins 721, that's 2 runs. Win for the Blue Jays. Boston at Oakland. Red Sox 222, 1 run. Athletics 1021, 2 runs. Good enough for the A's to win. Yankees at the Mariners. Yankees 1626, and that's 4. Mariners 212, that'll be 0. And the Yanks win another one. Royals and the Rangers. Royals 1764, that's 9. Rangers 665, that's 8. Just misses it. Another win for the Royals. Cubs and the Braves. Cubs 925, that'll be 3. Braves 1235, that is 4. A win for the Bravos. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals 1142, that's 5. Reds 1465, that is 9. That game belongs to the Reds. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates 234, 3 runs. Astros 421, 1 run. Raise the Jolly Roger. Dodgers and the Expos. We have these 2 tomorrow night. Dodgers 462, that's 6. Expos 325, and that is 2. And the Dodgers will get the win. Giants and the Mets. Giants 653, and that'll be 5. Mets 735, that's 3, and a win for the Giants. Padres and the Phillies. Padres 623 and 2 runs. Phillies 1156, and that is 7 runs. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be at Stade Olympique. Los Angeles Dodgers at Montreal Expos. Don Sutton for the Dodgers, Scott Sanderson for the Expos. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Yankees go ahead and get the win tonight. They're singing New York, New York. They beat the Orioles 10-8. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.